Hello. Welcome back to my channel, Book Fever Dream. Uh, haven't posted like I wanted to, but such is life in 2020. Today I am bringing you a book tag. This is the Festive Family Films book tag. An original book tag just made by Into a Good Book on YouTube here. I will link their video down in the description. And they tagged me in it. They made the tag, and then they reached out on Twitter to see, if anybody would want to be tagged in things. And I was like, me. So here I am. This was actually a lot harder than it should have been. It just showed me how little I've actually read. And also, it showed me how little I can recall from the books that I've read. So, we'll go with it. Okay, so the first prompt is elf. Okay, I'm going to be looking down. I'm going to be looking at my phone because, yeah, I can't remember these. Okay, so first one is elf. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. What's a book that makes you smile? I read a lot of horror and I read a lot of fantasy. It's been a long time since I've read the fantasy that I have read. So I've been reading a lot of like horror, thriller, suspense type stuff lately, and there's not really a whole lot to smile about in those. But one that I did read maybe like 4 years ago that I smiled so much during was Ready Player One. I am a huge nerd myself, and just hearing and reading all of the little nerdy things about like the video games and the D&D, like I just kept having this big grin on my face almost the whole book when I would hear about that. And it made my little nerd heart happy. Question number 2. The Muppet Christmas Carol. A blue furry Charles Dickens who hangs out with a rat. Charles Dickens was a 19th century novelist. What's one of your favorite adaptations or retellings of a story? This one was kind of hard because I'm not aware if something is a retelling usually. The only one I have to say, I had to sit there and look on what little bit I have cataloged in my Goodreads over the years for this. The only retelling that I could see that I had read and remember really is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. And I'm so bad. I don't have the authors down for any of these. This is so disorganized. I am so sorry. But The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein is Frankenstein told through the eyes of Elizabeth Frankenstein, the Victor Frankenstein's like childhood playmate. This is how bad I am. I can't quite remember, but it was really good. I really liked it. Twist at the end, and I enjoyed it. Prompt number 3, question number 3. The Grinch. You're a 3-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce. Who is one of your favorite book villains? I put down the Crimson King that shows up in a few of Stephen King's novels. The one that I mainly know him from is Black House, but also I believe he's in the Dark Tower series. I think he might be mentioned in The Stand. I can't remember any others because it's been a while. But I don't know, just seems like big ominous dude that I don't know. I'm so bad at this. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh no. What'd I do? There we go. Next one. SpongeBob Christmas Special. This Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me. What was one of the first books you read in one of your favorite genres? Okay, so I'm gonna do two genres to kind of make up for how awful I am with this. The first books that I read in the horror genre, horror, thriller, suspense, whatever you want to call it, genre, was both Black House by Peter Straub and Stephen King, and The Shining by Stephen King. My mom was a huge Stephen King fan back in the day, and I constantly saw her reading them, and I'd seen a few of the adaptations, and I just really wanted to read one. So I think I was like, yeah, around 15 when I read my first one. Um, yeah. And then, if we want to get picky into the childhood aspect, fantasy is where I found my love there. And the books that I can recall kicking that off are like Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, as well as Magician's Nephew. For whatever reason, the Magician's Nephew just really... I really loved it when I was a kid. Like, a lot. Like, I liked it more than The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So, next prompt. Christmas Story, A Major Reward. Name a book you love that has won an award. Shoot. Actually, you know what? I can look at my Goodreads, because my Goodreads has, some stuff listed that I'm sure I don't keep up with award type things. Let's see. Hatchet by Gary Paulson was another childhood favorite book of mine, like, kid surviving out in the woods on his own, basically. One of my favorite tropes is outdoor survival stuff. And according to the picture, it has won a Newbery Honor Award. So there's that one. We got that one. Okay, next is Bad Santa. Should I fix you some sandwiches? Name a character who's optimistic or wants to help others. Now, again, I had a hard time with this because I read a lot of horror, and there isn't, at least from what I've read, there isn't usually like a consistent wanting to help others or optimistic type thing. Again, in the ones I've read, which isn't a whole lot. The one... Oh, is this... Oh, wait. I got them switched around. Okay. But I was looking through my books to see if I could, like, spark anything for this tag. And I was, like, looking on my shelves, and I was like, Lord of the Rings. The lovely Mr. Samwise Gamgee is always trying to be the optimistic one, and he is always trying to help Frodo. The whole time. The whole time. He's just the bestest. So, there's that. Next prompt. The Santa Claus. Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing. What is something from a book that you wish were real? Okay, for this one. For this one, it's a movie based off of a book that made me want this item. It is mentioned in the book, but the visualization of it in the movie is what got me, like, I think about this often enough. And that is the Turkish delights that the Snow Queen, White Queen, the Queen, whatever, the evil Queen, Winter Lady from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe gives to Edward. I believe is Edward? Edmund? Edmund. I can't remember. Shoot! But in the movie, when she hands him that container, and it just looks so, like, soft and gooey and delicious, like, And I know that that's, like, a real thing, but I've never had it before. And so, and I'm sure even if I did have it, it would not be anywhere as near as, like, nice and neat looking as that. And as delectable as it looks. So, like, that's what I pick. That's what I pick. The Turkish Delight. Next question. The Nightmare Before Christmas. There's frost on every window. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. And in my bones, I feel the warmth that's coming from inside. What's a book that's perfect to read in winter? I'm not sure. Previously, I would probably say, like, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because, obviously, it's all winter and snowy. But, recently, I just finished The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. And, oh my goodness. My goodness, my goodness. I love this. And this is a perfect winter read. Okay, maybe not perfect. I don't know. I'm pretty biased because I just finished it and I absolutely loved it. Loved it. But it's set in winter. It's a Russian fantasy fairy tale type thing. This may become a new favorite series of mine. And it warms my heart. Like, I can see myself reading this. I don't know about every year, but I could see myself reading this often enough for it to be a new winter read. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh god, the glare on my glasses is awful. Didn't I ever tell you about the Bumbles? Bumbles bounce! What's one of your favorite characters from a book? Favorite creatures. Apologies. Favorite creatures. I could go with the obvious and state, I can't remember what they're called. The skeletal horse things in the series that shall not be named. As well as a lot of other creatures from that series. Love them. Again, without scouring my bookshelves and my brain not working. Did I mention that it's 1:48 in the morning when I'm recording this? I started this at like 1:30 almost. Like, it's late. But I am going to say Oi from the Dark Tower series. I've just always loved him. He's I don't know why, but in my head, like, I always pictured him as a, like, dog-like raccoon. I know it's been a while since I've read it, so that description's probably wrong. But, yeah, That's I Oi. Oi is my favorite. Then there's 2 bonus questions. What is your favorite Christmas or holiday movie? A Miser Brothers Christmas. Absolute favorite. I love the songs like I'm Mr. Heat Miser, I'm Mr. 101 or something like that, and the whole like I'm Mr. Ice Mister or something like that. I don't know. I love I love the music in that. And there's also, if I recall correctly, there's also like Mother Nature and stuff like that. Like Mother Nature is the mother of Heat Miser and Frost Miser, Cold Miser, whatever. I can't remember. But then I also have a soft spot in my heart for stuff like Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Annabelle's Wish, if anybody knows that. I think I'm going to watch that this year and cry. Yes. I probably will also... I'm going to include Gremlins, because Gremlins is totally a Christmas movie. And also Krampus, that I think... Shoot, I can't remember when it came out. If it was like 2013, 14, 15, something like that. Somewhere around there. I believe it's got the one dude from Parks and Rec in it. But it's good. I love it. Second bonus question is, do you have a favorite or just recommended a book to read around Christmas and the holidays? So, The Bear and the Nightingale. I'd recommend that one again. It doesn't have to do with Christmas or the holidays. I'm sorry if you can keep hearing that. I keep bumping my mic. But I don't really read Christmassy stuff. Again, would probably have to say The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I haven't read it yet, but I plan on reading it next week, shortly, like a day or two before Christmas or something like that. And that is going to be A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Writings by Charles Dickinson. I don't know about the other stories in here, but I will most definitely be reading A Christmas Carol. Looks like that's the main one that's in here. I haven't heard of the other ones, but I'll for sure be reading A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol, if I end up liking it enough, will probably become a yearly-ish read. It really... Having grown up in Minnesota, where so much snow, and moving down to Missouri, where it's like a week before Christmas and there's no snow on the ground, I feel like I'm gonna need to find more festive Christmas wintry reads to dominate December, to really like hone in that holiday feel for me. So if you got any recommendations for good Christmas books, like specifically like Christmassy winter themed, not just winter themed, but Christmassy winter themed, I would love to hear them down in the comments. With that has been the the Fave Festive Family Film Book Tag, brought to you by me, I guess, because this is my video, but originally created by Crack Into a Good Book. Check them out. They got some good reads, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.